Please rewind this cassette.
Can we talk about Robin for a second? Or the fact that there's been a lack of Robins in Batman movies and Batman-related media? I get it. He's in the fucking animated series. He's in Batman the show from the 60s. And we have all sorts of comic books and Robins to pull from. He's in all the animated shows, for fuck's sakes. Robin's everywhere. Except Batman movies. We have 3 movies with a Robin in them, and I'm not counting the Batman movie with Adam West. Okay, so you have Batman Forever, where Chris O'Donnell is like 35 years old, and he gets adopted by Bruce Wayne. At least the outfit looked kind of cool in that movie, in the final act, like the very end when he's wearing the classic Robin outfit, but with the Schumacher. I don't know, the Schumacher aesthetic, the Broadway aesthetic. Then we get Batman and Robin, which is fucking horrible. So then everyone's scared to do Robin. They're like, this was a disaster. Why did we cast 2 40-year-old men to be Batman and Robin? We jump ahead a decade. Christopher Nolan's doing new Batman movies. We kind of get a Robin. We get a tease of a Robin. Like, just a hint of a Robin is at the end of this movie. And it's the dumbest fucking thing ever. His name's just Robin. He couldn't be Dick Grayson. He couldn't be Jason Todd, Tim Drake. No, he had to be Robin. And then at the end, he's going to become Nightwing, but nothing happened with that. So we really didn't even get a Robin in a Christopher Nolan movie. So why do people hate Robin? What's the issue with Robin? I mean, do you notice this? That they're scared to give him the sidekick. I'm going to say something here that's going to shock some people, but it's a secret. It's a secret that only real Batman fans know. And if you meet somebody that wants to talk about this, you know they're a real Batman fan. And they've also read the comic books. They're not just going off of the movies. They don't just love Tim Burton's Batman or The Dark Knight. It's when they want to talk about the fucking Robins. Because here's the secret of Batman. Batman isn't the best thing about Batman. Just like the villains, the Joker and all that, what a lot of people think is the best part about Batman. The best thing about Batman, and sure, it's just my opinion, whatever, but the best thing about Batman is Robin. Robin is the genius inside of the Batman mythos. All of the Robins, what's happened with the Robins, the connective tissue, the years of storylines that have played out because of the different Robins, the fact that new writers keep coming in and introducing new aspects to this, and then things are brought back from previous storylines. See, here's the cool thing, right? Let's break this down. Bruce Wayne, parents get killed in an alleyway. What does he use to represent himself? A symbol of fear. He thinks of the bat that he was scared of as a kid. He was scared of bats and shit. And by the way, who the fuck isn't scared of bats as a kid? I don't know any kids who run around with pet bats. But he wears the Batman suit. Batman's fear. He wants to be like a monster. Robin's parents die. Dick Grayson's parents die. Little Dick loses his parents. The trapeze artist and everything. What is his outfit? The Robin. He has Robin now. Batman's represents fear. But if you really think about Dick Grayson, his represents something happy, a good memory, love. He's representing his family. And that's why Dick goes down a different path than Batman. He can't go as far, and he gets a little pissed off with Batman's ways. So he goes off on his own journey, and we get fucking Nightwing, where he's basically Batman, but not Batman. He's like a more of a street-level Batman. He's got his own neighborhood where he fights crime. He rides a fucking motorcycle. I mean, Nightwing's badass. Nightwing's really, like, arguably the most underrated superhero out there. So you have Nightwing, then you have no Robin for a little while. Then we get Jason Todd, who's a psychopath. The fans decide to kill off Jason Todd. So then we have no Robin again. Joker beats the shit out of this kid with the fucking pipe. Then we get Tim Drake, who's like the best Robin ever. He's like, I can do everything. You need a new Robin. I know you're Batman, Bruce Wayne. So the fans get what they always wanted, like a better detective Robin, and everyone's all happy. And then for years we get this thing ignored in Son of the Demon, and probably established in other places that not Superman, but that Batman has a fucking son. And we don't know what happens with the son for years. Then somebody gets the genius idea, like, what the fuck, why don't we bring his son back into the mix? So then we get Damian Wayne, who's a little shit. He's the asshole kid to Bruce Wayne. That's all fucking great. This spans years, by the way, of Batman storylines. Then, of course, you have the Robin in The Dark Knight Returns, but that's a separate thing. That's way into the future and really an Elseworlds tale, I think. But we have multiple Robins, and they're all great for different reasons, although Jason Todd. But then Jason Todd comes back. First, Jeff Loeb gets the idea to bring back Jason Todd in Hush, but it's not actually Jason Todd. Spoilers, it's fucking Clayface. And you're like, fuck, you ruined a good plot twist. But then Grant Morrison's all like, wait, let's bring back fucking Jason Todd. So then we have Jason Todd, but he's still like a psycho vigilante. He's the Red Hood now. So you have Nightwing doing shit. You have Jason Todd out there doing stuff. And then you have Tim Drake with Batman. And then you bring in Damian Wayne. So they kill off Bruce Wayne, although he's not actually killed off. And for a while, guess who becomes Batman? The one who left it all those years later. The one who doesn't want the position. The one that wants to become his own man. Dick Grayson has to become Batman. So Dick Grayson is Batman. And who is his Robin? Damian fucking Wayne. He has to take care of his friend, his mentor, his father figures, little shitty kid. And this is a great run of comics. I mean, this is great stuff. Battling for the cow, Dick Grayson deciding he has to be Batman. It all feels like this very natural, organic place where the stories were going with Batman. Before they brought Bruce Wayne back, it felt like, I don't know, because Dick Grayson really becomes a better Batman. There's even a really good graphic novel Scott Snyder wrote, The Black Mirror. But Dick Grayson's basically a better Batman. And that's what's so exciting about this. It's like, holy shit. This guy that was the Robin that we all love, that didn't have all this bullshit and wasn't crazy like Bruce Wayne, is now a sane Batman. And he has all of the skills that Bruce Wayne had. He's a great fighter. He's a great detective. He's just the most balanced Robin. He doesn't have one strength on this side or the other. This is like 12 movies worth of fucking material. Oh, and then you have the Lego Batman movie that actually was about Robin. Once again, though, animated stuff. You have like 12 movies worth of material. You introduce a kid, Robin. It's Dick Grayson. He's like a 13-year-old, 14-year-old. He gets raised by Batman. That's awesome. Then you move the story along a few years, and he goes off to become Nightwing. Then you have Nightwing movie. Then you have new Robins getting introduced, one after another. And then after a while, you have like your own little MCU, your own cinematic universe, and a lot of it's built around the Robins. And they could all be off fighting different villains and stuff. Why does DC fucking hate Robin? What's the problem with Robin? What did he do, I ask you? What did he do? And why does nobody want to do Robin properly? Why is it always an old guy? Why is it always someone in their 30s? Why does nobody want to just make that jump and be like, hey, listen, we're going to cast a kid to be Batman's sidekick? The closest we ever got was like Kick-Ass with Hit Girl. It's okay to have a 12 or 13-year-old out there fighting crime with Batman. In fact, it's kind of badass. And it puts Batman in these situations where even if he's not in danger, his Robin could be in danger, thus creating more tension for the audience. That we're actually scared, wondering if Robin's going to live or not. It was great on the animated series. I love that version of Robin. Like I said, they're out there in the comic books. But can we finally get that cinematic Batman and Robin story? Even Batman v Superman just has Robin stuff in the background. It's like, can somebody finally just fucking cross that line and be willing to build a movie around that dynamic? The sidekick story. Because I feel like a Batman movie has never truly been complete because we've never gotten the noir Batman film. Mask of the Phantasm's the closest. We've never got to see Batman be a detective that much. And we've never truly had a great Robin story in a Batman movie, a live-action movie. Because, once again, there's great stuff in some of the animated movies and so on. Return of the Joker has a great section in the Batman Beyond movie. But, yeah, nobody wants to just make that definitive Batman movie where it's a little supernatural, you know, but it's still gritty. You just mix things together. The Arkham games kind of had this, but even in that we don't get much Robin. He kind of just comes in ever so often. So I just ask you guys, what the fuck is the problem with this? Why is... And I feel like it's never going to happen, even what they're talking about making with Batman movies. This Matt Reeves Batman movie, is he going to introduce Robin in the film after that? It sucks because it feels like Chris Nolan was going that way, and he was about to take that step, but for some reason he didn't want to continue his movie series. And The Dark Knight Rises is just kind of terrible. But Robin's my favorite sidekick of any superhero. Dick Grayson's one of my favorite superheroes. Nightwing might be my favorite superhero. And so far, it's just been underrepresented. Because when people think about the cool shit in the MCU now, they're like, man, they really made Iron Man great. Wow, now everyone's into Doctor Strange and Black Panther and Captain America and all these characters that have just won people over, the public, that maybe weren't as aware of them as they thought they were of Spider-Man and such. And here we are, and people are very aware of Robin. They're very aware of all these different incarnations of Robin. And yet DC as a film franchise has just continued to ignore it. They're supposed to be making a Nightwing movie, but it's in production hell. It's just frustrating because you want to tell people the cool shit about Batman. You really want to dig deep into Batman. And I find all the time, if someone wants to talk about Robin, they either bring up like Burt Ward from the show, or they talk about like Batman Forever. That's when I talk to just a normal person when we're having a conversation. There's so many good things with Robin. So I guess it's just a rant here. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Always been a big Robin fan. Want more of him in movies. Somebody please make a goddamn Batman and Robin movie. Like a real one. Somebody do Dick Grayson justice. We need Dick. We need a lot of Dick.